so terrible at this. Hi everybody, I'm gonna do some sliders, and these are just the old school first sliders. I know there's different kinds out there now, and I'll try those too later, next time, another time, whatever. But these are just gonna be the Swiss cheese and Black Forest ham with the poppy seed dressing over the top. I have my oven that's my dishwasher. I'm disoriented from the camera. Got my oven preheated to 350. Got a pan here that's going to hold just exactly 9 sliders, and I'm using just the Hawaiian Rolls. If my area had the generic ones, I would definitely use those. These are the pre-sliced ones that make it so much easier. So what you want to do, oh, here's another thing. Use the non-stick foil. This stuff right here is a life changer. Nothing sticks to it. It's kind of like parchment paper in that way. It just slides right off. Like if you wanted to make cinnamon rolls or something like sticky ribs with sauce, no sticking and no having to dig that out of your pan later. So put the dull side up for the sticky side. The shiny side is not the side you want. You want that down. Then take your sliders that have already been sliced for you. I remember having to do this in the past myself, and they never came out even, really. You know, sometimes one was thicker than another, and all about getting it right. So take the bottom, lay it in the pan. Ta-da! Then you want to take your stuff here. So I've already melted 1 stick of butter in the microwave, and it took me 2 rotations of 20 seconds, and it's just right. You don't want it real hot, you know, just enough. So you've got that going, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the cheese first. You don't want to do this until after you get the cheese on. See it? This is I'm learning. Let me get the ham and the cheese out of the fridge. Don't look in there; it's a mess. All right. So first, I'm going to go with the cheese. I used just regular old sliced, oh, here we go, like this. This is great value. I went to Walmart where I got those those sliders. Those were on clearance too. They were like $1.50 off or something. So then I took the cheese, they're Swiss, and I quartered them. And each slice I would get 4 sliders. So cheese down first. I'll show you when I get the cheese on. And I kind of try to angle them so that it gets a little love on each slider bottom here. Yum, yum. I know that a lot of little children won't eat these. I wouldn't eat Swiss cheese when I was a little kid. I was suspicious of the mouse holes, I think, and they didn't smell as good as I thought they should. I still don't think they smell as good as they should, but you know, I'm over it. Then you want to take some ham. And what did I do with the ham? Ham. Here it is. Okay, I'm using the Hillshire Farms Black Forest ham. So you get your cheese on. Each one gets a little love, about a half a slice on the bottom of each. And then I'm going to take my sliced ham. This is thin sliced too, so it's kind of hard to judge exactly what you want, but it's not an exact recipe either. You know, you might want to put less or more of one thing or another, especially with the sauce that I'm about to do. Some people might not like one of the ingredients, so you could totally experiment with this. I think when this comes out of the oven, it'll bake for 20 minutes covered, and then you take off the at 350. Then you take off the foil, and you bake it for about 3 to 5 more minutes, and then it'll get brown and it won't be so wet because it does have a lot of sauce on it. Oh, you know, these would make great tailgater snacks. The college games are tomorrow. Today's Friday. Tomorrow's college game day. Last night's game with the Seahawks was such a heartbreaker. Wah, wah, wah. I looked at that finger on Mr. Russell Wilson and I said, oh, that ain't right. It looked dislocated to me, but they said this morning on the news, it is not dislocated. It's called it something. I don't remember what they called it, but they've got the top doctors, I'm sure. Okay, so now we have a little ham love on the top of the cheese, on the top of the bottom of the sliders. Now we're going to go in with more cheese. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. I did 2 on the bottom. I don't know if I'll do 2 on the top or not. We'll see. Depends on how much cheese I have left in this bowl, because I'm not going to get more and cut it up. Like I said, it's not an exact recipe to me. I don't know who's playing college games tomorrow. I've got some. I don't know who's playing college games tomorrow, but I like to watch Alabama, Clemson, University of Alabama, University of Washington. One of my kids is an alumni for University of Washington. Alumni meaning went to college there. Yeah, just graduated recently. Okay, so, but you know what? I'll watch any football anytime. I'm high school. I don't care for basketball that much, and I wish I did, because it seems to be on all year long. So ham, so cheese, ham, more cheese, and then that's that for this. Now we're coming back with the lids after we get the sauce. And for the sauce, I'm going to put in this melted butter, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. What's the difference between Dijon mustard and Grey Poupon? Is that just a Dijon mustard name? Probably is. Okay, so, oh, this is hard to squeeze hard on my hands. I've got carpal tunnel in my wrist now, and I'm going to have to go do something about that. Don't want to. Oh, it's 1 tablespoon. Don't put 2 tablespoons. I'm thinking probably mustard is something you don't want to overdo in this. Unless you're a super fan, right? Give that a little love and a stir. And then you're going to want to put a tablespoon of poppy seeds. I bought some flat measuring spoons that'll go into my jars. And I don't know what I did with them. They're brand new. I haven't used them once. Put them somewhere. Tablespoon of poppy seeds. Those in there. Yum, yum. And let's see, 2 teaspoons of minced onion. Let's get rid of this. Actually, it's supposed to be minced dried onion flakes, not minced onion. Dried onion flakes. So, you know what? I like onions, so I'm going in with a whole tablespoon. That's just 1 teaspoon more than 2 teaspoons, right? Okay. Minced onion down. Then we're going to want to go in with 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire. Got a new bottle in the pantry, but I think I can get away with what I have. This is a teaspoon. Yep, Worcestershire. How do you say it? Worcestershire? Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. That's 1. And that's 2. I got away with it. And you know what? That's about it. How often do you have to buy this stuff? Once in a blue moon. I mean, maybe other people do use it, and I don't. Let's see. So I did the mustard, the seeds, the onion, the Worcestershire, and now salt and pepper to taste, it says. So, oh, I'm using pink Himalayan salt. I don't know if it makes a difference or not. Boom. Pop this off. Go in with some mustard. I hear a kid getting up. I've got one that's working right now, telecommuting online, and I've got one that's getting ready to go to work out. He gets home late. Okay, whoa, here's something you might want to remember to do. Put your tops back on. So, there we go. That on. Get rid of this mess. Okay, And so it says, I want you to be sure to mix this up because that stuff, that like the onion and poppy seed, will all sink to the bottom. So if it takes you a minute, give it a good stir. And here we go. It says to just pour it over the top, making sure to get a little love on all of it. There we go. It did it again. Well, you know what? And for that reason, I have this. We're just going to put all of that all over. Perhaps there's a better way. I just don't know it. Now, after you get that done, put the lid on this. This away with this. You want to put more foil on top. And remember, if you're going to use this, don't put the shiny side down. You want the part that touches the food to be the dull side. So, here we go. I'm going to go over here, or here. I don't know. What I'm looking at, that's where I'm going. That's my oven. I'm going to put it in. And so, it's going to go in for 20 minutes. You know what? I think I told you already. 20 minutes, 350, and then take the lid off, and then go for another 2 to 3 minutes or so. You can look at it and see how you like it. Well, this is like Food Network. I made one already. Boom, there it is. All done. I'm going to take this over to my mom's house right now. Feed them. I want to see how one looks on the inside. Oh yeah, looks good. I hate taking it apart, but did you see that ooey gooey goodness? Yeah. Oh, and they're crisp on the bottom, and they've got some of this stuff on it. The poppy seeds and mustard and stuff. So, I'm going to cover this back up, put it in the car, take it to my mom's, come back, and do the other half that the family is going to eat. Well, I use that term, the family is going to eat, like they're going to eat it. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. They may not eat this at all. Dad's not home right now, or he would eat it. He'll eat anything, basically. Well, within reason. So, let's see. Have a great Friday, TGIF. Get well, Russell Wilson, and get out and find some joy.